Bust the mirror of my car. When I came downstairs, there was no mirror on my car. They took the mirror on my car. I hope it took them far, because right now I'm not even stressed. In fact, I'm pretty happy right now. They took the mirror on my car. Oh my goodness, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Shelly Fullerton. I'm happy to have you. If you're returning, thank you so much for rocking with me. It's a beautiful morning, and it's the day after the owner came and took the mirror, the wing mirror of my car. Let me repeat that for you. It's the morning after the owner came and took the mirror, the wing mirror of my car. It's the first time, obviously, I'm experiencing something like this. I've heard of people complaining that people just stealing parts from the car, and this is my first time. I know I parked with my mirror, and then when I came back, that's to go home, I went to my car, the mirror is gone. I was totally shocked. Thank God, one of the guys on work, thank you Ross, told me to drive on the right side of the road. It's the right wing mirror that they took. So if I drive on the right side of the road, the far right, I don't really have to use my right mirror. I'm thankful that I got home safely. I'm thankful for all the help and support that I would have gotten from people. But when I got home, I keep telling myself that I don't want to be attached to material things. Yes, I know I'm paying for this car, and then when you have to endure additional expenses that you did not cause, it's really kind of hard and depressing, because you already have a chunk of money you have to pay at the end of the month towards the car, and then these expenses. There are really some unscrupulous people out there. I would not even think to go and take somebody's parts of their car to put on my car. Like, what is that really? Nah, I'm better than that. Something that I have to accept. I cannot work myself up for every time something happens to the car, right? I told my neighbor what I was going to do, that I was going to use a mirror, and a mirror that I have, use some tape and just attach it in the housing so that I'm able to drive in the morning. It so happened that she got a perfect square. Well, obviously the wing mirror, the housing is not a square, it's more like a triangle, but the square, the size of mirror was able to fit into the housing. I'm using it right now to drive with, and I feel so much comfortable. You see, the minute that I found that temporary solution, I was pretty happy, because I was so stressed out. I said I wanted to go and get barbecue as my comfort food. A friend, let me hail out my neighbor. It's a lesson in all of this. When we become attached to material things or people, when they're separated from us, it could have a negative effect on us. You have to take control of your attachment to things and people, So in the event of separation, you are not adversely affected. You must be able to bring yourself back. Yes, I'm not saying you wouldn't be sad or you wouldn't be upset, but it should be to a limit or to a point where you're able to recover in a very quick time. I already called the dealer to get a quote on the replacement, and of course I'm gonna check other options because the cheaper option, I'm going for that. The next thing I learned that, well, I know this, you must have like a car savings. You know you're gonna have expenses towards your car in the future. If anything is to happen, so you don't have to wait forever to replace any part in your car before you can use it, because we know a car is a convenience. And I'm happy it was just a mirror, alright, because I don't think that is gonna cost me much. If it was something else, or maybe it was the mirror and something else, boy, I don't know. So I thank God that it wasn't that bad. You know, all of this is experiences. So yeah, comment down below, let me know if you've ever had anything stolen from your car and how you would have dealt with it. I basically drove with a blind spot. But thank God for his providences, his mercies. I'm not even complaining. My hands are feeling a bit dry. Just want to get some cream. The next thing is I have to get to work for 8 o'clock. It's 6:49 and I'm already on the road. There is traffic, a usual thing in Trinidad. There's something I want to tell you. When you're driving in compared to traveling, because when you're traveling you don't leave as early as when you're driving, because on the highway there's a lot of traffic, so you usually have to leave earlier to, you know, at least get to work on time. When I was traveling, I used to be on the bus ready for 7 o'clock. Now that I'm driving, I have to leave home anytime before 6:30. I'm gonna get to work for like 7:30 and it's the 8, and all that time I would have been spending in traffic. If I'm spending 2 hours to go and 2 hours to come in traffic, I am utilizing 4 hours in commute to work. Before it would have been like 2 hours. When I used to travel, I would text and send out all my messages and all my editing, because you're sitting, you don't have to do anything. But in driving, I'm utilizing 2 more hours and yet I cannot do anything else. My only solution to this, I try to make sure and get my work done and all that good stuff. So on my lunch break, I can use that hour, get some personal work done, right? So how do you guys deal with having to drive to work, especially for those who used to travel? How have you adjusted your schedule? Shared with you my experience. This whole ordeal with me losing this mirror in the car. You see how supportive people are. They come to your rescue. They give you advice. There's some people that could only share in your happiness and they cannot share in your sorrow. I'm the type of person that can share in your happiness and can share in your sorrow, that will sit with you or whatever distress you're going through and say, hey, come, let's find a solution, or let's do this, or I'm gonna go with you. But the people that I would have expected to be in my corner, they're not there. That is why I don't like to have expectations, especially when it comes to personal. Let me have high expectations in myself. But there's some people that really disappoint you, man. It will shock you when certain things happen to you and they're going left. I'm done. I've had too many people disappointing me. I prefer when people are straight. You know, if you can't do something, say you can't do something. Like, you know what's the worst? It's saying that, yeah, and then when it's time, you're ghosting on the person. If I can't do something, I say I can't do it. I am learning to stop having high expectations in people. The best thing is when you can do things for yourself and depend upon you. You know, you know that you're gonna come through for yourself. You know what you can do and what you can't do. Share your thoughts down below. That was just me sharing my experience today. If you've made it this far, you are the real MVP. Make sure to watch this video right here. Have a good day. Bye.
So yeah, I got a table for two.